Coffee break with me. Woo! Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a very special video. So, one of the very first people that, you know when you start watching YouTube and you end up falling into the realm of beauty videos and you find one that really makes an impact, but below you always get suggestions. And I don't know how, but one of my suggestions was crap products from Wendy or Bentley Blonde, and that was it. I fell in love. So now that I'm a YouTube beauty vlogger, Wendy asked me to do a collaboration, and I kind of felt a little giddy, to say the least, because she was one of the very first vloggers that I saw and legitimately enjoyed. She's one of the few vloggers that really makes me laugh, and I think that's really important. When I watch someone, I do enjoy, you know, really cut and concise reviews, to the point, you know, straight to the point review, whatever. But when I just want to relax and, you know, detach from my everyday life and just enjoy a video, I really like vloggers that make me laugh, and she's so funny, and I really enjoy watching her. So when she asked me to do this collaboration, I was like, yeah. So I'm gonna link her information down below. We decided to do this collaboration together, and it's kind of top 10, under 10 beauty products for fall or winter. And I know that depending on where you live, this video might be very confusing. I'm in Texas, and it's still, it was 90 degrees 2 days ago. So it's very, very confusing. I'm already yearning. Like today, it's really cold. I'm using all my fake lighting because it's really gloomy outside and it's super cold. So it's so confusing. You can't put away your wardrobe, you know. Tater says hi. You can't put away your wardrobe. I decided to do a video where we would talk about our top 10, under 10 beauty favorites for fall or winter. Now, when I was really trying to prepare for this video, I thought, okay, I'm gonna go try and do like a drugstore haul to see what's new at the drugstore, try it out, and see if I discover anything that I would fully recommend for fall or winter. And it was an epic failure. I'm starting to realize that the only really interesting new product releases come from mid-range to high-end beauty brands. You know, I feel like the drugstore almost takes like a back seat or a break during the holidays. Their stuff really isn't that, it's not that, oh, to die for, you know what I mean? Or is that just me? And so it's kind of a failure. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to rack my brain on this, really come up with really good suggestions for my pandas, because I was like, what do I do when it comes around this time where it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas for, you know, for us if you celebrate, New Year's, what do I think about? And I'm like, the last thing that I want to worry about, one, is looking like a hot mess in pictures, and two is coming up with cool stuff, trying out new products, you know, testing out a new foundation. I like to use products that I know every single time I use them are going to make me look great and I don't have to think about. So what I did is I did my face the way that I normally do it around the fall or winter time, especially around the holidays. I have a lot of friends and family that come and visit me, and this is just my go-to face. I skip the bronzer. I just do the same type of blush, the same color blush, a ton of highlight, not shimmery, glittery highlight, just like a natural highlight. I always do wing liner and false lashes. I don't even apply mascara. You can tell right now I have no mascara on my bottom lashes, but it saves so much time. So I decided to kind of just bring together a ton of the products that I would use around this time to make my life a lot easier, and that just kind of go with the season. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. And by the way, this is a 5-minute long intro. So obviously my number one recommendation would be to have a flawless face. Use like a really nice skin evening or pore filling primer, and then your best foundation. Always reach for a foundation that is your skin tone, like exactly your skin tone. Most of us have a winter foundation. If you don't, you probably need one. And I didn't want to recommend one because for everyone it's different. You know, for me, I really enjoy the Maybelline Dream Wonder, that really liquidy one, but I also don't have a lot of things that I need to cover or blemishes. That's what I'm wearing today. So I didn't want to recommend something like that. But of course, you want your flawless face. And along with your flawless face, I told you guys that I use blush and highlight. I skipped the bronzer. My favorite blushes from the drugstore besides Milani are the NYX powder blushes, the one that come in a little square compact like this. And it's really exciting because they carry NYX now at Target. They have it at Ulta. It's a product that is readily available. I think they're maybe $4 or $5, but my favorite color is Apricot. And you're gonna say, well, Dani, it's the fall or winter, so you want to use a color that's a little bit more berry or more deep to kind of give you that really chilly rosy glow. But when it's holiday time, I really don't want to take too much time to blend something. I don't want to be limited to what I can put on my lips. So I like to use a warm pinky peach blush that is neutral, where I could wear whatever I want on my eyes or whatever I want on my lips, and it's not going to stick out or look too intense. You know, this one I could be as light as I want, or I could build it up. And this is NYX in Apricot. I think I told you guys. So NYX in Apricot, one of my absolute favorite colors. You can see it's just so forgiving. And it's one of those light colors that could be deep very easy if you apply it really carefully. So I really enjoy that. And if you guys have been following me for a while and you saw my decluttering highlight video, I think that was up, I don't know, a couple days ago. I was about to pass on the Physicians Formula Translucent Pearl Highlighting Powder, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to keep this because it's a really beautiful drugstore highlight. This is one of those highlighting powders that is very easy to use. A lot of highlighters are either too deep in color, so if you don't apply them precisely, it looks bad. And a lot of them are very shimmery or glittery, and if you apply too much, you can't wear them all the time. This is one of those forgiving highlighters that you could wear every day if you wanted to with a light hand. You could apply way too much. Like today, I literally, you guys, I applied it on my cheeks, on the tops of my cheekbones, on my nose, on my chin, on my forehead. And my face doesn't look shimmery. It just looks almost like a unicorn licked it, or like I got attacked by a basket of puppies. Wouldn't you agree? No, I'm just kidding. So it's one of those, I love products that are easy to use when it's that time of the year or of the month, or if you're a mom and you're busy. One of those products that's like, look, I'm gonna make your life easier. I'm gonna make you look prettier, but I'm not gonna be hard to use. So this is one of those guys, and I really like it. And of course, I don't think it's under $10 if it's not on sale, but Physicians Formula is usually on sale, and they usually have coupons as well. Now let's talk about eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is really important because it really can change the shape of your eye or the way that you see yourself in your reflection. Now, if I don't wear eyeshadow, my eyes, I have way too much space between my brows and my actual eyeballs. Like I have so much real estate, I could lease out spaces on my eyelids. So some people have monolids where they have, you know, almost no eyelid. It's just a tiny little gap between your eyebrows and your eyes. Other people have droopy eyelids. So it's eyeshadow is one of those items that's a little tricky to use, but once you get the hang of it, you could improve the way you look like 15-fold. It's incredible. So for me, my go-to eyeshadow palette or eyeshadow colors are 4. And this might seem a little excessive, but if you can find these 4 colors to match your skin tone, I think you're pretty much set. And that would be a white or an ivory, even like just a whiter color to apply to your brow bone, kind of raise your eyebrow, make you look more awake. You want a beautiful transition shade, that color that's going to go right above the crease to soften and create the shadow. And then you want you want to drop it, and then you want a deep crease color, the one that's going to go in your outer V, or that color that you're going to apply after work or before your date, to just deepen out that look and make it look a little bit more sultry, more sexy, more deep, like a really dark chocolate. It could even be like a charcoal or a black. And then you want the shimmery shade that's going to go in the inner corner or on the eyelid. If you have those 4 colors, you could create so many different looks, and it could be your go-to look. These are the shadows that I'm wearing today. I'm gonna list them in the description box. And when I don't wanna think about it, this is my neutral eye. The same 4 colors, I don't care what brand they're from or how much I pay for them, I find those 4 colors in any palette, in any brand, I slap those on my eyelid and throw on some wing liner, and my neutral look is complete. So those are the 4 eyeshadow colors that 3, 2, 1. Those are the 4 eyeshadow colors that I would recommend for the fall or winter, especially if you're gonna be busy or you have people coming in to visit, you know, for the holidays or whatever. I will list these in the description box below. I really like these Bella eyes from Milani. I think they're $4 a piece at the drugstore, so those are very affordable. And I like them because they're singles, so you could pick and choose which ones would work for you. You're not committed to the same colors together in a palette. Now, to complete my look, like I've been telling you guys, the dramatic eye, you need a really good wing liner and a really good black pencil for the tight line and the waterline. My 2 favorites of all time, and I think I've mentioned these in favorites, I've mentioned them in my previous top 10 under 10, is the Jessie's Girl Waterproof Liquid Liner. This is the best I've ever used, and I've used a lot of brands. This is the best I've ever used, and it's good for anyone, even if you don't feel confident applying wing liner. It's so easy to use. And then the L'Oreal Silkissime Black Liner. This reminds me of the Milani Liquid Eye waterproof pencil that I really like. It's amazing for the waterline and the tight line. It doesn't smudge on me, but I mean, it's not going to last for like 12 hours without, you know, getting in the inner corner or in the outer corner. You just kind of have to clean up a little bit. It requires a little bit of maintenance, but I really, really like these 2. So we did our neutral eye, we did the wing liner, the tight line, and the waterline. Then I always just throw on a really nice pair of false lashes. So pick your favorite pair. I have yet to find a drugstore pair of lashes that's long enough for my eyes. So if you guys have any recommendations, Ardell's are short on me. I don't know if my eye is just, you know, that big. My mom says I have cow eyes, but I can't find one that I really like. So I find I use this eyelash case, and I keep eyelashes, my Esqido lashes that I use over and over. So I guess I'm not mentioning the Esqido lashes because they're about $30 to $40 a piece. Well, I am kind of mentioning them, so I'm cheating. But I like to keep them in this little eyelash case because I use lashes so often in the fall and winter. This is a lifesaver because I take them off at the end of the day, I put them in, and I put them back on the next day in the morning. So this is where I keep my lashes. And no eyelash would be safe or complete without a really good eyelash glue. The Revlon glue is the only one that I really enjoy using. I tried using the Duo, and that makes my eyes watery. And then it's just gloopy, like so much comes out. I tried using the one from House of Lashes, I think, and I liked it, but nothing compares to my Revlon lash adhesive. So this is another thing that I'm mentioning. My false lashes in conjunction with my Revlon lash glue, you guys, amazing. Oh, and if you want that extra touch or like pop of holiday glitz and glamour, glitter. Like, I don't know how many unicorns have to die to supply Violet Voss with the amount of glitter that they sell. But Violet Voss, if you guys don't follow them on Instagram, you have to. All they do is glitter, and their glitter is amazing. If you've seen other videos where I'm wearing glitter, it's from them. And the glitter is cool because it comes in different grades, like really, 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 really small or a little bit more chunky. It's glitter that you could put on your eyes, on your lips, on your nails. It's pretty awesome. I really like it. And the price point is affordable. I mean, if you compare it to like MAC pigments or things like that, each little pot that comes completely full of glitter is about $8. So It's definitely not going to break the bank if you're kind of interested in playing with glitter or trying it out, see how it looks. The one I'm wearing today is called Fairy Dust. Let's talk about lips. When it comes to fall and winter this year, 2014, there are two colors that are very popular. The first color is a really, 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 really pale nude, and the other color is a deep, deep, deep burgundy type berry, maroonish red, ox blood. So you kind of get to play around with colors and find the one that you identify with most. Now, when it comes to drugstore, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My favorite drugstore lipstick brand, and don't laugh at me, is Wet n Wild. I don't know. I tried the Maybelline matte lipsticks, and those things jacked up my lips. If I want to wear that, I have to combine it with a gloss, or I have to put a thick glop of primer and chapstick underneath if I don't want my lips to be uncomfortable a couple of hours later. I don't know why, and I don't have sensitive skin anywhere, so it's weird the reaction that I had to them. It wasn't a reaction, my lips just dried out. So Wet n Wild lipsticks are amazing. And I found two colors that are limited edition at the drugstore that I knew I had to tell you guys about, especially because they are so fitting for the season. The first one is called Clothing Optional. I'm such a tart. It's called Clothing Optional, and it's a really, really, really pale nude. Very pretty, and it's very fitting for the season, and it's very forgiving, so you can mix it with, you know, any kind of lip liner and change the color. And then the other one is called Urban Nights. And Urban Nights just has that like berry flare, that like mauvey berry flare to it. So another really pretty color, but they are limited edition. So if you guys can find these $2 lipsticks, I would say get them, and you'll definitely be on trend. So when I don't want to think about my eyes or my cheeks or my lips, these are the colors that I reach for. Really pale, almost like a really pale peach or a really pale ballerina pink. And then, have you guys tried these? These are the new HD, Ultra HD lip lacquers from Revlon. You guys, I'm not a big fan of glosses. It takes a lot for me to like a gloss. Like the Gerard Cosmetics glosses, I like those. There are most other glosses that I'm like, okay, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I don't care how beautiful you make me look, but if it's uncomfortable or my hair is gonna get stuck to it, I'm gonna pass. But these are so awesome. I'm at Target, and they are right around that $9 or $10 mark. And I didn't get fall or winter colors. I just got colors that I thought I would wear. Now let me tell you a little bit about these. This is kind of like a mini review. They have so many colors, by the way. It's one of those products that you apply and it's really sticky. Immediately when you apply it, it's really sticky. It clings to your dry patches on your lips, but as soon as it's been on your lips for a little while, it warms up and it turns almost into a gel or like a jelly, and then you forget you're wearing a gloss. It's simply comfortable. It feels like a really hydrating lipstick or a non-sticky lip gloss. So it is a lip lacquer, which means it's intended to stay on your lips for a longer period of time. I don't know where the HD part comes in. I really didn't do my research that extensively. But they're really comfortable. I'm wearing this peach one right now. It's called Petalite. Look how beautiful that is. It's such a beautiful color. This on top of Frida, oh, you guys. Now let's talk about making that face perfect. This eyeshadow wouldn't apply itself without really good brushes. I'm not going to talk too much about them because you've been seeing them in every single one of my tutorials. Ooh, look, and they match. These are my Delium Tools eye brushes. They're between $6 to $8 a piece. Incredible, amazing. I have not been displeased at all with them. I'm so happy. Anyway, I'll list them in the description box below. I'll list all of this stuff in the description box below. And then my Sonia Kashuk number 29 blush brush. I thought I would never replace my MAC 129. My MAC 129 brush is my holy grail blush brush, but it hurts. When I apply blush, it leaves it perfectly deposited where it needs to be, but it hurts. And beauty hurts, right? So I just kept using it. And I saw this at Target the other day, and I was like, well, that kind of looks like the MAC 129, except it's a little bit more dome. It's more round. I think I'll give it a try. Same result as my MAC brush, except it's cheaper and it doesn't hurt. Now, this is not $10. I think it's $14 maybe, or $17, but I just could not mention it to you guys. I know you guys love to hear my recommendations, and when I find something that replaces a holy grail, you're the first people that I want to run to and share my excitement. So, oh my God, you guys, this blush brush, I'm telling you, puppies are licking on my makeup recently. And because it's cold and it's the fall and the winter, we want our skin to look fly. And one of the most important skin parts of our body are our hands. So 2 products that I cannot live without during the colder months, especially here in Texas, when it decides to get cold, are the Burt's Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream and the Burt's Bees Hand Salve. Okay. This one smells really good. It leaves your cuticles really soft. It's nice. It's not greasy. This one here smells... Do you guys remember Campo Finique, I think it was called? That ointment or like oil that you rub on when you get bug bites, where it just smells like ass. This smells... It doesn't smell like ass. Danny, just stop. It smells like herbally, like a little bit like eucalyptus and a slap in the face all combined together. But you guys, your hands, miraculous. It's like a pomade almost, like a thick, waxy consistency. And as soon as it touches the warmth of your hands, it like melts into your hands. It doesn't matter how dry they are, how painful they are, how many dishes you've washed, how many puppies you've bathed. It will fix your hands. So the smell doesn't linger, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you are a little offended by the smell, put it on before bed and you're fine. This is supposed to be one of those salves that was invented for like farmer hands. So you know if it's good for farmers, it's good for beauty bloggers. So I really like these 2 products. So that is it for my top 10 under 10 for fall or winter. I really hope you guys found it useful to make good recommendations, but I also didn't want to repeat my previous top 10 under 10, which I'll link in the description box below. So I want to thank Wendy for asking me to do this collab. I really hope you guys will go and check her out. She is hilarious. I'm serious, you guys. Plus, it's very hard to meet a woman that can rock every color of hair on this earth, and she can. So I'm a little jealous. But I'll list her in the description box below along with all these products, all of the names, something that I showed you and I probably forgot to mention because I'll do that often. I will list all that in the description box below. And as always, if you guys found this video useful, entertaining, or learned something, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, this coffee break is over. Bye, guys!